Whether my screen is visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the practical of workshop practice. So today we are going to learn about safety in workshop. So first of all, what is safety? Safety is safe at factory environment throughout the year. So we can have this at or act also. Okay. So it is not the concern of a single day or a week. So throughout the year, throughout the month, uh, there should be a safe environment related to the working condition, and there should not be any accidents, okay, throughout the year. So safety generally is being organized, and some organizations are there which have following the or laying some safety norms to in the industry and around us, even in medical fields and other fields also. So some of the organizations which are very famous and which are internationally well known, those are which I am leading giving over here. Occupational Safety and Health Administration. It is normally said as a OSHA. Second is International Labour Organization. So ILO. It is termed as ILO. And third is NICE, which is also known as National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health. So some of the names you might have heard in this COVID situation. Now they are managing the safety norms, health administrations in the COVID situation also, and which has been laid in internationally and which has been followed all over the world also. So these are some of the names which our administrative institution. These are all government institution, you can say, and these norms they are laying for the safety and the health administration. These are followed all over the world also. In this occupational safety and health administration, one more term has been incorporated, that is ergonomics. So normally, previously we used to have some norms and related to working condition and other things. There are norms, but in ergonomics, that it is said that whatever the machine, whatever the workstation, it is built for the human, and not the humans are built for the workstation or the machine. So it should be easy to operate for the human, easy to work with easiness in the other conditions and all the stuff. Workshop. So how we can say what is workshop? So it is a place where technological and engineering work is carried out. So in most of the cases, when we talk about a mechanical workshop, you will see the different department like casting, welding, uh, then mm, welding is there, then tinsmithy is there, carpentry is there. So this is one of the photo of carpentry where the people are working on the wood. Okay, and there are other workshops which is related to the soft branch, like your electrical workshops would be there, where circuits and maybe some motors are there, and that is one of the type of workshop. Then in electronics you will see there are some circuit experiments are there, then circuit boards are there, maybe related to some instruments, some experiments you would be having. So there are different workshop for different branch, you can say. So here we are having a technological and engineering work which has been carried in the workshop. What is workshop accident? Now, accident terminology itself, sudden anything which has happened, which is not known to the people, it is going to happen, and which may lead to the injury to the human being, property loss, and machine damage also. So what is an accident? So a workshop accident is an activity that causes harm or injury to someone in workshop while she or he is working. So there may be any small injury or big injury which is happening, and which may cause damage to the machine also. Okay, so that has been mentioned over here. So, what are the causes of workshop accident? So, there are many causes which some of you we will study over here. So, one first which we is I have laid over here is the lack of safety devices. So, there are different devices like the term PPE, that is personal protective equipment, which is very much important when we do any work in the workshop. So lack of these safety devices, like over here I have shown one of the instrument which you would see in the construction site, or if you go in some amusement park also, there you will find this type of safety belt. Okay, this is a safety belt which is normally used, okay, by the human being to save himself when he is carrying out some work at certain height. Okay, so he uses this belt, and then only he does the work on the site on certain height. But if you are not using this, definitely there would be a chances of having an accident. The other cause, that is failure of safety devices provided. So as you know, there are many safety devices which I have shown right now. One of the device, that is a safety belt. So here the man is climbing on the rope without any safety device. So that will definitely have some failure in the use of that device, and he may cause an accident over there. Okay, so this is one of the failure to follow the laid down method of handling tools, equipment, and machine. So you here I've shown one of the picture where you can see this is a machine which is also known as a forklift, and it is also handling certain thing, that is a pallet. On that there are certain boxes, and in definitely in that boxes there would be a certain load, and you can see he has lifted to so much of height that even he cannot see what is there in the front. So if this is been followed at the workstation, so definitely there would be an accident. So he is not following the method of lifting it, okay, handling it, and is not following the use of method which is been laid down for this machine also, because your vision should be clear where you are going to go in front. Yes, so that has been shown over here by the forklift which has been not properly handled. Then one another cause, that is overconfidence. So everyone feels that they are a superman and nothing will happen to them. So that is one of the cause which leads to an accident at many places, not even in the workshop, but even on the roadside. You
Guys, is he audible?
No,
No,
No.
not
no.
actually.
No.
No.
Okay, okay. आई थिंक इंटरनेट का इशू है उनका, बिकॉज मैंने मैसेज किया है, वो डिलीवर भी नहीं हो रहा है.
Okay, we'll wait then.
या.
Hello, hello.
या. Yes, sir, you are audible now.
There was some noise, network issue. Yes, so some people think that they are Superman and nothing will happen to them. So this is an overconfidence which one should not have when they are working in the workshop. Then causes of workshop accident, like engage in horseplay in the workshop. So what do you mean by horseplay? Anybody? So horseplay is nothing but the people, because you are in numbers, maybe right now you are having 22 numbers and you are working in the suppose in a carpentry shop or a machine shop, and two or three people, they are engaged in chit chatting, they are not bothering what is happening next to them, and they are not even bothered that someone is doing something on the machine. Okay, and by mistakenly or knowingly somebody people some people disturb the other students or other people who are working on that, and that may lead to seriously serious accidents in the workshop places. So we have seen that, and we should not do when some work is when we are working in the workshop. We should not chit chat. We should follow the instruction, and which we should concentrate on your work, because you are handling certain tools which may cause a injury to somebody else and you also. So that one should always remember, because there are n number of equipment like hammer is there, chisel is there, scissor is there, cutting scissor. Okay, not the small scissor which we use in at home for cutting the papers. Those are used for cutting the sheets. So one should understand that these are very sharp edge blades they are having, and it may cause an injury. So one should not do that. We should concentrate on our work. Okay, never should disturb the others also. Okay, so that is the horseplay, which is certainly lead to some accident in the workshop. Then causes one causes that electrical faults for machine. So you can see in this picture also. So n number of plugs are being attached to that socket. So definitely there would be a certain mishappening, a certain load increase in the load, and there would be a certain cause which may lead to shock circuit also. The wires may burn. It may have the different effects on the people who are working around that. Okay, so that has to be concerned. Also, the live wires, you should not leave it, because many a times you see in the fabrication shop or in your house, when carpenter comes, they do some work directly plugging the wire in the socket, and they do not have the plug with to that wire. So that is definitely have some may have some shock circuit, or may have some accident. Okay, so that has to be taken in care when you handle with the wires. Okay, and you should not overload the socket too. Then one cause is the mechanical fault from the machine. So there would be a um, breakage in the bearing, there would be a breakage of the gear. So some mechanical fault accident, but definitely this mechanical fault doesn't arrive suddenly. It gives us a alarming warning, which we have to know about that, and we have to take the corrective measure for replacing it or for maintaining that. So that is definitely, it doesn't come suddenly. So periodic maintenance are there that has to be followed. Otherwise, this mechanical fault definitely have the accident in the workshop. Then other causes, failure to replace worn out parts of the machine in time. So in the picture also you can see a good new tire and a worn out tire. So definitely the worn out tire, if you use it, there would be a chances of what you can say failure in the tire, and the tire may burst. Many a times we see in the on the road, okay, in the your race car, racing car event even also. So if the tires are not good, then definitely those will lead to burst, and that may cause a serious accident on the road or in the machine shop if we are not replacing the belts. So there are many belts on belt which is connected to the motor and other equipment like pulley and those stuff. So time to time we have to replace. The belt has its life, okay, and for that life, after that life, you have to replace. Many a times we just check it and just leave it that it is good, but it happens that many times that belt breaks, and that would give an injury too. Okay, in your motorbikes also there are many belts nowadays. The chain and sprocket has been replaced by the belt, especially in e-bikes. You see the belts are there, those are also known as a timer belt. So if those are not being replaced, many a times it may cause a failure of transmission from motor to your or engine to your uh, tires. Okay, and this will not give any transmission to your bike, and suddenly it will stop, and definitely there may be a accident on the road too. Okay, especially in the your two wheelers, scooty type of bikes are there, so scooter type of bikes, so in that also belts are there, and many a times it fails. So it happens on the road also. Then causes, one cause is written as inadequate lighting and ventilation. So wherever we work, we should have an adequate lighting and ventilation too. Ventilation, why? Because many places it requires enough ventilation, like your paint shop, where fumes of paints are there. So it may have some bad effect on the health of the people who are working around that. So proper ventilation is there, proper AC rooms are there when we do the painting in the workshop. And definitely when we talk about our workshop, there is one casting section where where we melt the metal, okay, in the furnace. So a proper ventilation should be there, because the melting is done with the help of coal. And when we are burning a coal, you know that very various fumes are driven, very smoggy area it becomes, and if it has not been properly exhausted out, then definitely that will cause some health issue to the people who are working around it. And adequate lighting, definitely if lighting is not there, there may be a mis assembly or mis alignment. So many things may happen when the lights are not there properly. So that is one of the cause of accident. Then ignorance. So that is one of the we can have the terminology like overconfidence, ignorance. These are all the terms which we normally relate each other. So some people who walk around and they do not bother about what is happening to next to them. Suppose some live wires are there on the floor, so one should not ignore that. You should switch off the mains. You should inform the right person over there who is looking after that shop. So you should not ignore the things around you. So that is very important. So that may help to avoid the accidents if you are cautious about the things around you. Then one cause is lack of concentration due to the tiredness. Also fatigue. The term fatigue is when we do the regular same work again and again, it lead to fatigue. Okay, so after a certain cycle of time, you will feel fatigue and you will lose your concentration where you are working. So that is one of the issue. Now normally everyone are at their home and they are continuously looking in their laptops, in their cell phones for the lecture, and this definitely have the fatigue to their eyes, and that leads to the lack of concentration. And many a times when teacher is teaching, the people are not understanding what is going on that screen. So that is due to the fatigueness of your eyes, and which definitely leads to the lack of the concentration. So for avoiding that fatigueness, we are providing 15 minutes break in between the lectures. So do not sit in front of your laptop or whatever the screen you are having, and just move around. Take a just look around you. If possible, look in the green places. If you are having a garden at your home, you go in that garden, small garden. There you can go and just refresh your eyes, okay, by smoothing it, or you wash your face, okay, your eyes, okay, put some water, sprinkle your water on your eyes so that it will feel some soothing effect, and you will not feel fatigue and your concentration will not lose. So this is one of the causes of the accident at the many places. So we have given related to the concentration. So but in the workshop where you are working, if you work continuously, definitely if you work for 45 minutes or half an hour also, you will feel fatigue and tired. Okay, and so if you don't stop, then definitely it may lead to some accident. Okay, so you have to take a break. Okay, so that is very important. Then types of workshop accidents. So electrical, mechanical, fire, hand tool, and environment. These are the five types of workshop accident which normally occurs in the workshop. Okay. So first is electrical, machine, fire, hand tools, and environment accident. Okay. Then workshop safety devices. So already I told you there are certain safety devices like PPE, that is a personal protective equipment. There are other devices like which has been there in the workshop. So that we will see, like fire alarm. So a workshop should have a fire alarm. So if you uh, if there is any fire, maybe a small or a big, you should give an alarm, okay, so that everyone gets alert that there is certain fire alarms. And you find in many places this fire alarm, like your malls also, you find fire alarms. Those are being used to just alert everyone that there is certain fire in the place at certain location. Then the goggles and visors. Goggles is used to when we are doing certain grinding or when we are doing certain furnishing of your tools. We use the goggles and visor. Nowadays you see that visors are used to protect ourselves from the coronavirus, which is normally used around us also now. You can see, but normally the visors are used in workshop for where the welding is going on, or some a dusty work is going on. There you can use a visor. Then hand gloves. Gloves means hand gloves only. So those are have to use in the workshop where sharp edges are there, or you are working on the machines. There you have to use to protect your fingers, your hand from the injury. The fire and extinguishers. So there are fire extinguishers located properly at certain location in the workshop. It is very important. For fire extinguisher, there are cylinders, okay, but you know that there are different types of fires also. like electrical fire is there, then oil fire is there, then dry fire is there. So there are distinguished fire extinguisher. You should be aware of that. Okay. So if time permits, I will show you which are those fire extinguishers. It has been named as A, B, C. Okay, for the different types of fires. So at certain places you will find the sand also been kept to extinguish the fire. So that is very important that you should use. So for extinguishing the fire, the extinguisher are there, sand is there, then fire blanket is also there. Okay, that is one of the device it has been said over here. But fire blanket is also there, and water is also there. Okay, so you should use all this fire extinguisher, but be cautious which type of fire it is. Okay, whether it is a electrical, whether it is a oil fire, there is whether it is a dry fire, maybe in dry places like your corrugated boxes are kept there, maybe a fire may be there. So you should be cautious about that also. Otherwise, if you are using a water where the electrical fire is there, then it will have more fire at that place, and it will have a major accident also. So be cautious about that. So at fire, electrical fire, which type of extinguisher you can use? Can we use sand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So next is apron and overalls. Apron is when we work at the workshop, there should be a apron because you wear certain clothes, so that should not get damaged. And if somebody is using wearing a t-shirt or loose clothes, it may entangle in the machine, entangle in the work which he is doing. So it should be avoided by using the aprons. And overall means it comes under your apron only, but it may be your safety jackets, we normally say safety suits, we normally say. So that will all comes under the apron. Okay. Then water hoses. So I told you that there should be water for the extinguish, but definitely there should be a hoses also, so that pipe can be taken to the place where the fire is there. Then fire blanket. So this is one of the element which is there in the workshop, which can be used to extinguish the fire. Then workshop safety rules and regulations. So these are certain rules and regulation which has to be followed when we go in the workshop and when you come in the workshop too. So one has to wear industrial protective clothing or apron. What is, you can see the person is using in the picture. So this is an apron, and these pockets are there where we can keep certain tools when we are handling certain manual work. Okay, so on machine also you can use this type of apron, and when we are not on the machine somewhere else, you can use this also. Then wear protective pair of shoes with strong toe caps. This is also known as a safety shoe, and whatever the grip below the sole, it is also very good. It should not be a slippery, because many places where oil is spilled, something has been kept, so you should not get a slip over there. So a proper grip shoe is this, and this is also known as a safety shoe. And there is a toe cap, so that means at this toe up to this part there is a metal cap which has been inserted in this shoe, and that protects your fingers if anything falls on this your leg or your feet. Okay, so that is been mentioned over here, toe caps. Okay, strong toe caps. So metal caps are there over here in that toe cap. Then never carry sharp tools in your pockets. So that apron, whatever you are using, you should not carry the sharp tools in this. So you can keep your hammer inside this or some other equipment, but do not carry the sharp tools. So a sharp tools means, you can see these are blades, certain blades are there. So this is a normally many people use it at home. This is a very handy tool, but you should not carry this in your pocket because it has certain blades with that. You can see the sharp edges are there, which may cause an injury to you. So avoid that to carry in your pocket. Then keep the tools in the locker after use. So whenever you use these tools, you should keep it at the proper places. So lockers are there, tool kits are there in the workshop. So there you have to keep this tool, or you have to submit it to the instructor with whom you are working over there. Then other, you can see that do not use chisel or files without handle. So now you can see this is a chisel, the lower picture, this is a chisel, but it is having an handle. So at some places you will find that there are no handles. So here you can see these are files, 1 2 3 4 5 6, these are files, but there are no handles to this file, so it may cause injury to your hand. The gripping would not be proper. The whatever work you are carrying out with this chisel or your files, it would not be properly done on the job. So there should be a proper grip to this files or the chisel so that you can carry out the work properly. So this chisel can be used for your carpentry job, and this file is normally used for your fitting job. So you would be having carpentry job, you would be having a fitting job. So these tools, there you are going to use it. Then wear goggles and eye shield while grinding your tools. This is griddling your tools means your tools. If you want to have a resharpening, you should use it. This goggles, safety goggles are there. Then shield are there. This is the photo of the COVID situation, but normally we have certain robust face shield, okay, or eye shield we use in the workshop. Okay, so you get an idea about the face shield or the eye shield by this picture. Then do not operate machine unless you have been taught its working operation and obtain the permission to use it. So in machine shop, you have a lathe machine, you have a drilling machine, you have other machines too. So you should know it, how to operate it. You get habitual how to operate it, and then take a permission from the instructor or whatever whoever is there with you and that workshop, and carry out or handle that machine. So many of you would be should aware that how to on the machine and how to off the machine, and there is one emergency button on the machine which everyone should know it when they are handling that machine, because in case of emergency you can push it. It is always in the front of the operator so that you can immediately stop that machine, okay, if there is any mishappening. Then never overload a machine. So you can see a picture where a man has been overloaded with the work, but it is similar to the machine also. So whenever you are handling a machine, whatever the load has been specified for the machine, you have that. So suppose there are certain machine in your building also. Which machine? Your lift. So if you overload, it will not run. If it is running with overload, there may be a chances of mishappening. So you have to be alert of that, especially in the lifts where you travel in the societies. If it is an overload and though it is running, then there may be a chances of accident. So that has to be taken care. Okay, and even in the industry also, there are n number of machines. So do not overload the machines. Definitely, it will cause an accident over there. Then do not allow flow to become slippery. So if there is any oil, you get it clean by the right person who is there in the workshop, so that it will, there should not be any slippery floor. And if somebody slips on that, then definitely he may cause an injury. Suppose there are certain machines kept around that, so it may hurt that person or if it is a fragile product, then it may break that product too. Okay, so that floor should be kept clean and it should not be slippery. Report any injury, no matter how small it is. So if you have any injury, a small cut on your finger, you should report to the right person, the instructor, the supervisor, whoever is there in that department. Because we should analyze that injury too. Because why it has happened? Okay, what was the cause of having that injury? So that we can avoid that injury in future. So that is very important that if you slip also, if you fall also, if you somebody fall on your body also, that has to be informed, or some cuts are there on your finger, that also has to be informed to the instructor, because it should be analyzed and it should be noted for the further prevention. Then accident prevention technique. So first is the routine checking. So these are term very common. We always say there should be a routine checking. Whenever we start your bike, we check whether the clutches are working, whether the brakes are working, whether there is a proper fuel in that, whether fuel is less or not, the brake oils are correct or not. So these things we should check when we start any machine. Then routine servicing. So whenever we have a bike, so I'm giving a example related to your bike, but it is very common. So it is same with the machine too. So whatever the servicing routine of the machine is there, so bike is your machine too. So you give it for servicing in the workshop to have the routine servicing, maybe after 6 months, maybe after 10 months. Some machines require the servicing after 2 weeks, 1 week. You don't know, because it is very important, and intricate machines would be there which would be requiring a servicing after a month also. So compartment. So compartment is never disturb the people who are working around you. So that may be one of the technique to prevent the accident. Then preventive measures, like for electrical accidents, there would be certain preventive measures we can do, that we can check the wires properly. If there is any leakage in that, that we can identify by using certain meters. Ammeter is there, then certain voltage meters are there. So there are certain meters, gadgets which also gives us that is there any wire is live, because that will also have the effect on the meter reading also. So many times we do not know, but if there is any wire live and it is touching the surface, so your meter runs very fast. So this is very common at your society or at your home also. You should be cautious of that. So somebody says that our meter reading is more, so you should check it on your wires. So many times if it is touching somewhere, earthing it, if it is getting, then definitely the meter reading would be more. So that would be the chances. So preventive measures should be taken by checking it. Then supervision. So you should follow whoever the supervisor is there, and his instruction to work over there and follow whatever the techniques he is taking, telling about carrying out the work in that shop. So that is very important to have prevention of accidents. So now I will ask certain questions to you. You can take down this picture, okay, snapshot of this, and then you can tell me the answer for that. So some questions have laid like list the causes of accidents, then state four types of workshops accident, list five workshop safety devices, list seven workshop safety rules and regulation, then explain accident prevention techniques and measures. So thank you very much. Hope you understood everything through this lecture.
Yes,
Yes?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Session was very awesome, sir.
Thank you very much. Now the questions I will ask. I will go through the slides fast and then I will ask questions so that we will have one revision. Okay. Let me make in the presentation mode. I will go fast. Okay. Just read it fast. Then we will go to the questions because I haven't asked you anything in between. So I am stressing over here. These are very important bodies which follows the safety norms and health administration and which are internationally known. Yes. Who is going to answer the first question? List the causes of workshop accidents.
Mechanical fault.
Causes.
Failure to use safety devices.
Yes, one.
Overconfidence.
2,
Ignorance.
3,
Lack of concentration.
Engaged in horseplay in the workshop.
great, great,
Lack of concentration.
yes,
Inadequate
Electrical faults.
yes. Thank you very much for your quick response. Then state 4 types of workshop accidents.
Electrical accident,
Electrical
Yes,
accident,
mechanical
yes, good,
Mechanical fault.
fire accident,
actual accident,
Fire accident.
good. Thank you. The next question is list 5 workshop safety devices.
Goggles
fire
and
alarm,
goggles, gloves,
Apron.
apron,
Shoes.
Fire
Water
Safety.
hoses
alarms.
safety shoes,
and
Fire
fire blankets.
extinguisher.
boots,
Shoes.
Fire
Yes, yes.
blankets.
Fire blanket.
trend,
Good. Excellent. Now you are perfect with the safety. Yeah. Then list 7 workshop safety rules and regulation.
Report any injury, no matter how small it is.
Great.
Wear
Fantastic.
industrial clothing aprons.
Yes. Great.
keep tools in the locker after use,
Great. Fantastic.
do not operate
Never
machine
carry
if it's
sharp
not permitted
tools.
to you.
Yes. Fantastic. And the last question is explain accident prevention technique and measures.
Routine servicing,
Yes. Great.
supervision,
Supervision.
Routine
Yes.
checkup,
Routine checking.
replacing the worn out parts.
preventive
Compartment.
measures.
Great. Thank you very much for your quick response and answers for the question. So let me show you some of the yes. So these are certain guidance and given by the OSHAs. So related to the machine shop, some of the general guidance are there that has been mentioned. Okay, so I will upload this. These are very important and internationally followed. But I will show you some of the pictures, which is very important when we talk about the accidents and safety. Okay, so this is related to the bandsaw. So we have in machine shop one saw machine. Okay, so this is a band show where we used to cut the big bars, plates, everything to the short